Hi everyone, we have a 30-minute Pilates workout with ankle weights. So if you don't have ankle weights at home, it's not a big deal. You can still get in a great workout focusing on your lower body and core today. So let's get started with our warm-up. You're gonna take your legs out a little bit wider than your hips. Take your arms, so just take your right arm. You're gonna reach across and around. So getting a little bit of that circular movement in, using your breath. Reaching and pressing up and around. Finding the length through the crown of your head here. And reach. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take your hands into prayer, lower down into a squat, and then come all the way back up. Keeping that chest nice and open and lowering down into that squat that works for you. So you can turn out from your hips a little bit, or you can keep your legs a little bit more parallel. Think equal weight through both of your legs so you're engaging through your glutes. Lowering down and then back up. Find that nice hip hinge here. So hinging from your hips, bending from your knees. 3 more. 3. Press. 2. On this last one, stay in your squat, hold it here. Keeping the chest open. Press the palms of your hands together. Lower down an inch and up an inch. So you're pressing through your feet as you lift on up. So that way you're working through your hips and through your glutes here. And lift. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now come all the way back up to a stand, and let's turn to face the side of our mat. So legs are underneath our hips. Nice big inhale. Reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale to release. Tuck your chin. You're going to peel it on down. So think 1 vertebrae at a time. Reaching down towards the floor. Lift the hips up nice and high. Getting that nice stretch through your low back and through your hips here. And also through the back of your legs. You can always bend your knees if it's hard to reach down towards the mat while lifting your hips. Keep drawing belly button to spine. 1 more breath here. And now you can walk your hands out to downward dog, lifting the hips high. Press your heels down towards the mat and just be kind to your body. You want to find that length through your spine and the connection with your hands into the mat as you're opening up your chest. Try to lift your hips up a little bit higher and you'll feel that deeper stretch through the back of your legs here. 1 more breath. Now step your right leg forward, so you're going into a lunge. Lift on up and reach your arms up and overhead. Nice big inhale. Exhale, sweep your arms, circle them forward. And if you want, you can round through your spine, or you can go into a little bit more of a neutral spine, so finding the length through your back. So that it'll look like this, or you can round through and reach up and around. Nice big exhale as you sweep forward and lift. You can always come up a little bit higher in your lunge if this is hard for balance or if it's hard on your knees. 2 more. 1 more here. Bring your hands back into prayer. Bend your back knee, so you're going to lower down. You're bending your front knee as well into a lunge, and then come all the way back up. You have 8 of these total. This is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reach your arms up, lift up and over, so you're getting that stretch through the back of your thigh, reaching your arms down towards the mat. You can bend your knee a little bit or a lot to send your hips back up to downward dog. So pressing your heels down into the mat, keep lifting your hips up nice and high. Couple more breaths here. One more breath. Step your opposite leg through. It's the same thing but on the other side. Reaching your arms up and overhead. Starting by keeping that back leg straight. Keep your chest open. And now find the connection of your hips engaging. Hips are squared off. Knee over your ankle. Sweep your arms forward. Reaching it forward. You can round through your spine or you can keep that neutral spine and lift up and around. Using that breath to help you. 2 more here. 1 more. And now take your hands into prayer. Press through that front foot. Now bend that back knee into your lunges. Down and up. You have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now take your back leg, bring it on in. Reach up and overhead and then release your arms down by your sides. So grab your ankle weights. We're gonna throw those on. If you don't have a pair of ankle weights, that's no big deal. You can do the same workout and still really feel all of your lower body muscles engage. And you can still fine tune some of your technique with this as well. So make sure your ankle weights are snug, but they're not too tight. You don't want to cut off your circulation. So we're going to come up to a stand. Legs are right underneath our hips to start. Hands can be on your hips. If you need a little bit more assistance with balance, you can always place your hands on the back of a chair or countertop here. So keeping your knees slightly bent. Start by extending your leg out to the side, point through your foot, lift it up and down. So it's a smaller movement. You should feel this through your hip. You should feel this through your tush into your glute. And just lifting it up to a height that works for you so you're engaging but not gripping. And again, lift and lower. 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take your leg towards this back diagonal. Keep your leg extended. So pointing through your foot, hands can come in prayer or hands on hips. Lift your leg up and down. So you're working a little bit more through the center and through the side of your hip. Using that breath to help you and press. 5 more here. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, keep your leg lifted, little pulses up. Keeping that chest open and press. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Now keep your leg lifted. Flex your foot, take it out to the side, and then take it towards that back diagonal. Trying to keep a nice lift through your leg. You're working through that rotation of your hip here. Again, using that breath to help you. And press. 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, last one, and release back down. Now, if you're wondering why you felt your standing leg really activate, it's getting a workout at the same time. So we're gonna try the other side now. So bending your knees, extending your leg, hands can be on your hips, on a stable surface, or in prayer. Lift your leg up and down. So the key to this is to make sure your opposite hip isn't pushing out. You may shift your weight through your whole body as you lift your leg up. Just be careful that your hip isn't popping out to the side. And lift and lower. So we're strengthening through our hips and through our glutes here. 3 more. 2. Last one. Now take your leg towards that back diagonal. Lift and lower. And it's okay to take your chest and lean it forward slightly. You're counterbalancing your weight here. This is 4, 3, 2. On the last one, keep your leg lifted. Hold it here. Pulse it up. Again, working through your hip, working through your glutes. And lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to keep your leg lifted. Flex your foot. So take it out to the side. It's going to be parallel, and then you're going to take it towards that back diagonal where it's slightly turned out. Again, reach and press. 4 more here. 4, 3. Keep the length through your leg. 1 more. You got this. That's it. Find that extra length and release back down. Come all the way back up. So now we're going to turn to face the side of the mat. Walk all the way up towards the front. Reach your arms up and overhead. Nice big inhale. Exhale, you can roll it down 1 vertebrae at a time, or you can walk your hands down your thighs in a neutral spine, reaching down towards the mat. Keep lifting your hips up nice and high so you get that stretch through that whole area we worked. Walk your feet back into downward dog. Lift the hips up nice and high. Nice big inhale and exhale. 1 more. And then lower down onto your knees. I'm going to walk it back a little bit so I can be in the center of my mat. Going into cat-cow next. Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, round through your spine, and then lengthen to open up your chest to get that nice extension in. Again, moving through both directions. You're rounding and lengthen. And reach. And again, round and lengthen. Come back to all 4. So find your neutral spine. Going into bird dog next. Extend 1 arm and 1 leg. And it's going to feel a little bit different with ankle weights. Gives you a little extra challenge here as you reach and press and then lower back down. Again, reach to extend and lower. The goal here is to try to keep your hips stable. You don't want to open up through the hip. Keep the hips level and then lower back down. And again, reach to extend and lower. 4 more. 2 more here. Last one. Reach to extend and lower back down. Separate your knees. Sit back on your heels in child's pose, extending your arms, finding that length through your spine. One more breath. So we're going to come back to all 4s. If you're not a big fan of this, you can always come up to standing, go into a mini squat, holding onto the back of a chair or countertop. Otherwise, you're going to stay on all 4s, extend 1 leg back. So immediately find that lift through your lower abdominals. Hips are nice and level. Tap the mat and then lift, lower and lift. So you're finding that length through the front of your thigh, engaging through that quad muscle. Weight is even through your arms. If your wrists tend to be sore, you can always lower down onto your forearms here as you reach to press to lift up. That's it. And lift. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lift your leg up to that hip height, take it across. You're reaching towards that diagonal corner edge of the mat, and then lift and take it out to the opposite diagonal to hip height. Again, cross and lift. Really focus on trying to keep the shoulders squared off. It's okay if your hips move a little bit with this movement. Again, cross and reach. 5 more here. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, keep your leg out to that diagonal, flex your foot, and now circle your leg. So bring your leg in, out, and around. Small size circle here. Keep finding that length through the crown of your head. And press. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now reverse the circle, so take it the opposite direction. And reach. And in, so you're gonna find that deeper strength through your hips. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in just a moment to get a little break. You can shake your hips out. 1 more movement on this side, and then we'll switch it out. So start with your leg extended, lift it up to hip height. You're going to lower down onto your forearm as you bend your knee and take it out to the side. And now lift, come up to all 4s here, arms fully extended. Bend your knee, take it back and behind, lift your leg up and down. So lower, take your leg out to the side, take it behind you, extending through your arm, lift and lower. Again, reach. Lift and lower. Press. Again, reach. So total body movement here, keeping our hips nice and healthy. 5 more. This is 5. Press. You should feel this in your arms as well. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. I'm shaking 2. I'm keeping it real. Lift and lower and release it back down. So sit back in a child's pose, or you can go into a spinal stretch, sending your hips back if you're in standing. Again, nice big inhale, and then exhale out through your mouth. A couple more here. Last one. And then you can roll it on up. So same thing now, but on the other side. Just gonna turn so you have a better visual. Start by going on all 4s. Extend your back leg. So your leg is fully extended. Your other leg, your hip is right over your knee. So extend those arms, or you can lower down to your forearms, lift and lower. So you're finding that length through your thigh here by engaging through this quad muscle. Again, lift and lower. Keeping that chest nice and open, press. You have 5 more. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, keep your leg lifted, reach up and over. So inner thigh connection as you cross to the diagonal, and then reach that opposite diagonal at hip height. Cross and extend. Your hips are gonna move slightly. Again, focusing on keeping the shoulders stable so you're not twisting through that upper body. Keep drawing belly button to spine. And press. You have 5. Reach. 4, 3. You got this, 2. On the last one, keep your leg out to the diagonal. Flex your foot. Circle your leg. Finding the length through the crown of your head. Drawing that same size circle every time. So think of your thigh bone. It's plugged into your hip to stay nice and strong here. 3 more. 3, 2. Now we're gonna reverse the circle. So just move through the opposite direction, going out and around. Reach. 5 more. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release back down. You can shake out your hips a little bit, give yourself a tiny bit of a break. Next movement, lower down onto your forearm as you take your leg out to the side. So start by your leg extended and lift. So as you lower down, you're bending through your knee. Come on all up to straight arms, and then lift your leg up and down in that little arabesque position with a little bent through your knee, so it's attitude. So now lower down onto your forearm, take your knee out to the side. So taking it behind you like an arabesque, and then keeping the knee bent to lift and lower. So now you're working through your hips and through your glutes, so you should really feel that connection right where your glute connects to your thigh here. And press. And again, taking it out and lift. Again, reach and press. Amazing, you got this. So focus on the strength in your hips here, strength through your arms, total body movement. And lift. We have 3 more. This is 3, reach, 2, last one, and lift and lower. Release back down. You can sit back on your heels, extend your arms to get that release through your hips. 2 more deep breaths. So nice big inhale and exhale. 1 more. And you can roll it on up. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is just take 1 ankle weight off. We're going into an abdominal breathing exercise. And this is one of the first exercises I actually learned when I took Pilates for the first time. It's one of my favorites. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lie down on your back. Your hips are nice and level, and you wanna place the ankle weight across your hip bones. So that way you feel that connection of your transverse abdominis. So that muscle that connects basically from hip bone to hip bone and helps to stabilize your low back. So just press the back of your arms into the mat. If it feels funny to have the other ankle weight on, you can always take it off. But the focus here is your abdominals. So I really want you to think about inhaling through your nose, exhaling out through your mouth. I want you to feel that connection of your rib cage coming in and together. You're gonna have this little push up against the ankle weight. So if you find your hip bones and you move in about just like an inch towards the center of your body, you should feel a little bit of a push, slight push up towards the ankle weight through your abdominals. Maintain that neutral spine. So slight curve through your low back here. Everyone's just a little bit different. And then connect your shoulder blades on the mat. So nice big inhale. Exhale, breathe it out. And if I said a lot and it sounds kind of garbled to you on what you need to do exactly, just focus on your breathing itself. So you're inhaling through your nose, exhale out through your mouth, and feel that rib cage draw in and together. So if there's anything you can do, just focus on the draw of the rib cage, inhaling through your nose, exhale out through your mouth. If you want that deeper connection, make sure your tailbone is heavy. You have a little bit of an arch through your low back. And you're connecting your shoulder blades onto the mat. So 3 more deep breaths here, engaging the TA muscles. One more breath. And release. So now let's place that ankle weight back on. So you can lift down up or roll to your side, whatever is easiest. And then the next thing we're gonna do after this is we're gonna lie down on our back for a little bit more ab work too. So getting our core engaged. Start by taking your legs into tabletop, keeping your knees right over your hips. Start with alternating toe taps, just alternating right and left. If the ankle weights is a little bit too much and you're feeling this in your low back, ditch the ankle weights. You wanna feel this through your core. You wanna think about pressing the back of your arms into the mat here. Nice big inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. Again, big inhale and exhale. And press. 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now reach your arms up towards the ceiling. And now start with your toe taps. So as you lower one leg down, you're going to take your opposite arm back. Nice big inhale. And then exhale to lift on up. You don't actually have to tap the mat. It's okay if you don't. Again, inhale and exhale to lift. Feeling your core really work. Find that fire through your tummy muscles. Again, reach and lift. Reach and press and lengthen. 4 more, keeping those shoulder blades engaged onto the mat. 2 more. 2. Last one. Now you can press your arms down into the mat. You could alternate your legs right and left. You can keep your legs up nice and high when you do this movement. You want to feel this through your low abs, through your tummy. And if you're starting to feel it through your back too much, again, take the ankle weights off or just lift your legs up a little bit higher. The lower you go, the more of the challenge you have through your lower abdominals here. You can also take your hands behind your head. Lift your chest on up, engaging through your abdominals. Now you can add a rotation. So going into a little bit more crisscross here, you have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in towards your chest. You can roll it on up or you can roll to your side to lift all the way back up. And now let's take our ankle weights off. So you can place them out to the side here. And we're going to turn to face the front. Keep one leg in front, one leg out to the side. Or you can crisscross your legs if that feels better on your hips and on your knees. Start by taking your arm, you're sweeping it up and around. You can lift your hips up, that way you're getting a stretch through your thighs. Otherwise, you can keep your hips down on the mat and release all the way back down. Same thing now, but on the other side. So switching out your legs. Circle your arm up and around, lifting up through your hips. And release all the way back down. So now turning back to the side, extend both of your legs, flex your feet. Nice big lift up and over. You can either keep it in that neutral spine and just hold it here, or you can round through your back. So now you're getting a stretch through your hamstrings and through your back here. Releasing your head, releasing your neck. One more breath. And now you can come up to a nice seated position. Press your arms down into the mat, take them slightly back, lift your chest to open it up, lifting your head up slightly. And release. Take your legs underneath your hips into a forward fold. So shift your weight, bring your hands forward, lift the hips on up, fold your body in half. You can bend your knees as much as you need to in order to keep your hands on the mat, and then slowly start to straighten out those legs to get a deeper stretch. One more breath here. Bend your knees, roll it on up, or you can walk your hands up into that neutral spine, reaching your arms up and overhead, and then release all the way down by your sides. Thank you so much for joining me. Wonderful job, and I will see you next time. Bye.